So in the first video in this unit, we talked about the characteristics of 4 temperament types. And in this video, we're going to go further and look at how those temperaments can work together and use their strength for the benefit of the whole team. So each of these temperaments has their own characteristic strengths and weaknesses, just like 2 sides of a coin. And so the larks, the energizers, they're the dreamers. The hawks, the taskmasters, they're the doers. So the energizers have lots of creative ideas. That's the positive side. But the negative side is sometimes they have too many ideas. And it's very difficult to focus those ideas and decide on one thing and stay with it. The taskmasters do things very quickly, but sometimes in doing it quickly, they don't pay enough attention to detail, or they get stuck in one direction and then don't have any other direction if that fails. The doves, they care about people. Listen and listen and listen. They get all these ideas, but they have a hard time settling on a plan and sticking with it unless there's someone else to lead them to get started and going. And the owls, the analyzers, they want to get everything perfect. And so they do everything very, very well, but sometimes don't finish on time as a result. And so as you're using your strength, you need to think, what is your personality and what can you contribute to the group? So the energizers are very good at making first contact. They're the ones who would naturally be drawn to human practices in IGEM, where they are talking to all kinds of different people. And they're the ones that would be excellent at doing a presentation because they just love to talk and be in front of people. And they're very comfortable with that. The taskmasters, they're the leaders. They're the ones that are very good at delegating and telling other people what to do. They come up with a first draft very quickly and say, we're moving this direction. The participators want to do everything together. They're very helpful. They'll do anything for other people. And often, this is where you'll find the ones that are very artistic. And then the analyzers. If there's a problem, give it to the analyzer. If it's a final draft and you need it to be perfect, give it to the analyzer. So how do you work with other people? Because other people are different from you. The energizers, you have to stretch outside the box. You have to think outside the box. Focus on new ideas and help them to document what they say, document their goals. For the taskmasters, just get started. They want you to get started on something to meet the deadlines, to get to the point. The participators want to work together. They're the ones that will go out for lunch or dinner together in order to talk with people and get to know them and their personalities. The analyzers want to focus on the analysis. They're the ones that will work in the lab late at night by themselves. And they have a good plan, but you have to be willing to listen to it. So again, in working with others, you have to recognize your strength and recognize other people's strength. So again, in working with this project, what was your strength in this project?
Recently, I called a group of professors to work together on a digital humanities project. I initiated this task by calling everybody together. And then, as a taskmaster, I quickly write down the first draft. But then I noticed that I couldn't draw beautiful pictures. So I have to delegate the responsibility to a participator who can gather everybody's ideas and draw a beautiful picture for me. But then I also encounter some problems in budgeting. So once again, I ask the person who is an analyzer to use Excel to put all the budgets together. So as a team, I'm the team leader. I know how to delegate responsibilities and finish everything within 3 weeks. We have morning online meetings, no breakfast, no eating together, no coffee, online meeting for 15 to 45 minutes each. Then we finish everything. And some of the participators say, what a task.
Okay, so again, you have to learn to work with one another, and it's different when you're preparing a grant over a 3-week period versus when you're working together as an iGEM team for almost a whole year. And you probably do need to spend more time together. And even the taskmasters might need to have coffee occasionally or lunch with some of your team members in order to get to know how to delegate tasks, who has what gifts and abilities.
Exactly. Let's have some coffee.